Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Kissy. So today I'm going to do a reading with the cards. Before we start, I want to review some of the day's energy. Today is a 9-day, Thursday. The numbers, so it's about completing a cycle that's being completed, and it has to do with abundance. Completing in other words, you could be completing a cycle where you didn't have abundance, or negative thinking about abundance, or practices that were not abundant. In some ways, it wasn't growing. Whatever that cycle is, whether it's in the belief system, in the actions, or in the experience, that cycle has completed and you're starting a new cycle in abundance. So, I don't know if you're familiar with Florence Scovel Shinn. She writes a lot about manifestation, and her words are very potent. Her message is very powerful. So, I want to share some of her messages that I think will benefit for this reading, or for the message that this is implying is to come. So, I am now aligned with divine good. The law does not move by speed, it moves by alignment. I now step into the life that's already been prepared for me. So, this information, these are a few quotes that you can say, a daily mantra that you can use to align to your purpose, to your divine alignment, basically. I now sign my name to ease. I now enter contract with overflow. I now decree that wealth comes not through suffering, but through spiritual synastry. I'll say that again. I now decree that wealth comes not through suffering, but through spiritual synastry. I am a commander. I am a mouthpiece of divine multiplication. I let my hands rest and my words rise. A song that came through was, I think it's Mariah Carey with Busta Rhymes, I think, right? Baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you as long as you want. You know I got it. So that message could be confirmation from Spirit. Baby, if you give it to me, give me your trust, give me your faith. Spirit says, I'll give it to you as long as you want. You know I got it. Spirit got you. Spirit has you, always has. One thing, I remember there was a time where I was doing a meditation, or I was using, what was his name? Bob Proctor. There's a mantra that I was repeating like all the time. Every time I can think of it, I was saying it. And it's, I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. I said that like it was it permeated through everything I did, okay? And I remember when I received the first manifestation, it was money that was owed to me. It was backdated. It was through, well, I don't have to get specific, but let's just say that it was money that was owed to me, and it was backdated. It was from the date that I filed my claim, and all of these checks just started arriving one by one. Like, I mean, stacks of checks were arrived. And I remember my kids, my family, everybody was like, I mean, it was almost shocking how it was so synchronistic that I was going through that phase and making that manifestation come to be. Now, manifesting isn't always only about money, but having the power to command money is part of our spiritual work as well. Many institutions would want you not to know that power that you have to manifest, to command that the universe responds to your word. I no longer ask, I authorize. So those are just a few of the statements that I got from Florence Scovel Shin. I mean, I stutter. She's such a powerful influencer. I mean, she's from, I don't know what year her writings are from, but they're older, and yet she reminds me a little bit of not Bob Proctor. I mean, even though they're kind of similar, but no, she reminds me of, I can't think of the name right now. Never mind. And reminds me in terms of like, if anybody knows Abraham Hicks, Esther Hicks, she kind of reminds me of Esther Hicks. Like, she was like the original that spoke, about manifestation in this way. So yeah, those Florence Scovel Shin, Bob Proctor, and Esther Hicks have spoken a lot about manifesting and the power of the word and how you command the subconscious to obey your word. So I'm going to go ahead and pull an energy card or two. Let's see. We have freedom and giving. Then we have projection and forgiveness. My goodness. We had forgiveness yesterday come through in the reading also. So let's see what this freedom giving means. 64 could be significant. Okay, wait. Yeah, 64 and 65. 23 and 106. Those numbers could be significant. So 64 and 65. Your freedom is not freedom from others, the world, or reality, but is a freedom from attachment. Detachment is an unfurling of the petals of liberation. The less you identify with specific thoughts, feelings, or ideals, the more free you will be. All your life you have been in a cage of conditions entrained and bred into you. Now you can begin to release these conditions and realize that your true being cannot be possessed. Freedom is a kind of sacrifice, insofar as you see both good and evil as sacred, as part of the whole. When you go deep enough, there is no clinging, and nothing can imprison you in this state of pure freedom. Be who you are, and you are free. Release and return to source. Visualize and feel freedom as lotus petals, a fulfillment of your creative life. Freedom says, release all possessiveness and move on. Enjoy the variety of life. Change attachment and clinging to flexibility and delightful uncertainty. With confidence, live in each moment. The affirmation is, I become more free the more I release conditioning that is not for my highest good. Okay, so giving says, realizing your oneness with all of life, good and evil, you know that in giving to others, there can be no loss nor gain. Giving is a fundamental quality that is to spread throughout the new earth. The love light shines through every act of giving. The rays of love light reach the true being in freedom, and it is returned with interest in giving. Give away what you don't use. Pass on what riches come to you, whether in money, goods, or wisdom and love. Giving to those in need expands the essence of all one has received and returns it to the whole. The expansion of giving brings forth illumination and insight so that a conscious offering to the divine beloved is fulfilled. Give and receive through all things. Visualize and feel giving flooding you as an expression of a free state of being. Giving says, give thanks and give offerings you receive through everything you meet. Change lack and impoverishment to gratitude, and abundance will flow forth. The affirmation is, I give freely and let God judge right and wrong, for I know the oneness of life. Okay, the next one is a projection. Okay, so it's up here. Projection and forgiveness. So projection, don't mind my book. Yes, I said I was going to fix it, but I have not. Okay, projection says, the more you feel you have to possess someone or something, the more illusions you are weaving into your soul. This process of projection is to teach you how you are identifying with the object of your desire, but cannot actually see who or what it is. Look into the depths of your soul and let the masculine and feminine within you meet one another in internal dialogue. What do your feminine and masculine really want? Let them speak. Can you see that you have been projecting part of this dialogue on someone you want to be close with? Take another look at who they are. Do they really meet and fulfill the demands of your soul? If not, this may be because you are projecting and demanding rather than seeing the beauty of who they are with eyes of love. Long and project. Visualize and feel projection within you as an idealization of some person. See them as you want to see them. Projection says, behold what you long for. See others from the vantage of your own desire and project onto them what you need. Now realize how you blame others for qualities you refuse to acknowledge in yourself, and change this blame to self-acceptance. The affirmation is, I look honestly at and take back my projections onto others. Forgiveness. Okay. Now is a time when you can forgive yourself for projecting and demanding from others what you desired. You may have been hurt, frustrated, angry, or even spiteful and bitter. Accept these experiences and forgive yourself for these sufferings of the soul. You likely did the best you could. Now ask forgiveness of anyone Now ask forgiveness of anyone or any being you have consciously or unconsciously hurt. Realize that your soul simply longs to eternally live in the love light. To forgive yourself and others is to let the soul return to oneness. Now forgive anyone and everyone who has hurt you. Instead of reacting and either recording or wanting revenge, instead of reacting and either recoiling or wanting revenge, go deeper into your soul and truly forgive them. They could only do what they did then. Now is a new opportunity. Let go of the old wounds and forgive everyone involved. Your soul will be absolved. Melt chains of separation. Visualize and feel forgiveness as the release of hurt, blame, anger, and bitterness. Forgiveness says, open your eyes. Love sees everything and releases you from helpless reactions. Be grateful and accept yourself as you are. Forgiving others is then easy. The affirmation is, I forgive myself and everyone who has ever hurt me, and I ask forgiveness. That was quite intense. It takes a lot of courage to stand in that and really truly mean it, really truly accept it. Now, I think the problem that I think most people would have about forgiveness is the assumption that that somehow means that you must engage with someone who's betrayed you, or that you must be kind and open to someone who's backstabbed you in some way. No, not necessarily. Forgiveness isn't to restart what was damaged all the time, meaning it can, if you really want the relationship to grow, yes, you can rekindle a connection if both parties really want to and are driven towards love towards one another. But the misconception is that forgiveness means you have to accept people that wronged you and engage with them as if nothing happened. As we know, that's old mindsets, old contracts that seem to feel like, loyalties and family and, responsibilities. They'll throw these big major words in your, to kind of make you feel a sense of guilt or shame for not wanting to participate with some folks in your life. Don't look at it from the standpoint of, I want to punish them, or I'm trying to, run from them, like I don't want them near me, because all of that comes from fear. When you decide to forgive someone, they no longer have any influence over you at all. They have no influence to affect you. By choice, you choose, you no longer have power when it comes to me. We give our power to people when we presume that our interests are protected by them. We presume that they're looking out for us. We presume that they're doing what's in the best for us. That's why you give people your power, because you're trusting that they're doing right by you. And someone breaks that trust and you put trust in yourself, you don't go based on wishful thinking. You go based on the competence that someone has to do right by you, no matter what it is. Meaning, if you give me your word that you're going to, love me, if you give me your word that you're going to love me, then that should come under the umbrella of, it's a choice not to lie to you. It's a choice not to do the things that would cause you to distrust. It's a choice not to do things that go against your interest. It's a choice not to do things that are going to destroy what you're wanting to create or build. It's a choice. So some people might say, oh yeah, no, I'm going to this and I'm going to that and I'm not going to harm or hurt. Like their intentions say, I want to this and I want to that, and don't worry, I got you. But when reality, when push comes to shove, they can't stand on it because they don't have the courage or the integrity to do the right thing, even when nobody's watching. Integrity matters, and you can say whatever you want. You can say yes, you're integrous. You can say yes, you give your word, but your actions speak louder than words, and the actions that you take or don't take for the greater good says everything. That someone with eyes to see, ears to hear, will know, okay, this person is in alignment, is in integrity. There's nothing, their word aligns to their action. So, okay, just a few words there, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and burn my cinnamon. I didn't get my incense yesterday. I didn't go anywhere. I stayed put yesterday. I love the smell of cinnamon. Okay, folks. So, let's go ahead and do a reading. Let's see what the collective can look forward to. A new start, new passion, new beginning in, I don't know if that's relationships, romance, or work. I feel like whatever had, if you were under duress or stress, mental afflictions of any kind, the burdens of other people's projections on your back, meaning people's negativity was weighing on you, that phase is over. That was I think that's what was the betrayal, that someone used relationship to betray you, or that they partnered with you in order to betray you. They were certain that you were going to obey because of your commitment of some sort. Saturn in Libra energies here. It's like you're obligated to deal with me, or you're obligated to relate to me. You're obligated to connect with me, despite how I talk to you, despite how I treat you, despite the cruelty of my intentions. No, you're not obligated. We have here the Sun and Gemini energies. So just a lot of negative thoughts, a lot of negative talk, a lot of projections of this was quite a betrayal. This could also be a lot of gossip behind your back. So you're shielding. I don't even see, I feel like this energy, it's the reason I think it's esoteric also in nature, it's like they're not really piercing through his body. You see those lights on the edge of the swords. It feels like these energies are trying to pierce through you, but it's energetic, projections. So this could be what was happening in the past. Let's see what Spirit can tell us about moving forward from this energy. Whippa. All right, Spirit has a lot to say about this energy. So let's go ahead and grab these. So you may have been waiting, or you've invested, you've put in a lot of time and a lot of care into, or not care, what's the word that I'm looking for? You've been very selective about what you're investing in, about making sure that it's something that you need, it's something that you're comfortable with, something that is going to make you feel more comfortable in life. You've invested time and energy into slowly investing into what you value, what you care about, what's going to make you feel comfortable. There's someone, a Queen of Cups in reverse. She's observing. This is a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces woman that's in reverse, looking at you. It's you and your loyal servant. You and your loyal servant. Just sitting in comfort, looking forward, patiently waiting for your harvest to come, knowing it's coming. She's there prepared with her baskets, ready to collect. She knows her abundance is about to rain. And this Queen of Cups here is not very happy. This could be a karmic connection. We have Sun and Scorpio energy. This could be a Scorpio feminine that's not either their soulmate connection has been severed, or they're stuck to a karmic connection. And that's why they're looking at you. It's almost like this person probably did this betraying, okay? This person probably expected you to stay stuck in this energy, hoping that it would turn you into a cold, heartless, bitter, dead being, soulless. Yet, you're covered I see a sense of determination here, also an expectancy. You're expecting your abundance. Like, you're not confused about what's coming for you. You're not confused at all. It's a determination. This Queen of Cups, thought they got away with. They thought they were getting away with the lies. They thought it was being done under the radar. They thought that a group was going to accept this type of emotional betrayal. Because it's like they pretended to care. They went to a group and talked a lot. They gathered information from those people. It's like they pretended to, it's like they did, what do you call that? They double-crossed. They were pretending to ruin you. In other words, they were telling this group all the things that they wanted to do to you or that they were doing to you. That group, based on the lies that they were telling the group was either believing it at some point, but that person was simply just gathering information from them and They double-crossed them. They released no, they didn't release. They were trying to hold on to. We have Jupiter in Capricorn here. They wanted to hold on to a status of power and abundance, but it was taken away from them. This Queen of Cups in reverse. Now they're burdened with responsibilities that they weren't expecting. They can't move. They're pretty much stuck in a situation now that's weighing on them, weighing on their spirit. We have an Emperor here. Let's see, who's this Emperor? Whether this is you or the energy that's about to arrive to you, or the energy that's already yours, is this Emperor. Because you did the work, because you are meticulous about what you were investing in. See, whatever this betrayal was that didn't work, I think even while this was occurring to you, while this was playing out, you remained very diligent and focused on creating and establishing some form of a life of beauty and comfort, a life that is supported, a life that is abundant, a life that is I want to say spiritually beautiful, spiritually beautiful, with loyalty, with beauty, with grace, with health, with vast abundance. And that's where this energy comes from, whether this is you or the person that's going to provide this for you, because the Emperor is a provider, is a protector. You have Aries energy here. So there's some information that's coming through with the Knight of Swords here. There's information that's coming about or from this Emperor. Or to this Emperor. This Knight of Swords is coming to an Emperor after having released some conflict. They were stuck in a conflict while they were trying to be steady. It's like they were steady, right? They were this person, this Knight of Swords, could be Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. They were very, things were kind of moving slow for them. but somehow they got stuck in their head. Somehow they got stuck in an idea that got them lost. They were blinded, in a sense, by the chaos that surrounded them. Yet, it's almost like they were protected as well. There was some kind of protection from this negative energy. And now they're coming to you. I don't know if they're coming to tell you. It was a nightmare for them, but it's over. They did manage to go from a knight of coins to a king of coins. This person, so what we have here is, I'm getting the sense that this is you standing in your authority, okay? This is you standing in, this doesn't matter if you're a feminine or a masculine. It's just the energies, standing in your own authority of self, okay? And you have this this message or a messenger coming to tell you about this Knight of Coins, a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo individual. This earth sign, they were reliable, independent, but they were young still, or their money wasn't just where they wanted it to be. It was still, they were still working on it. But this person, somehow they were in fear, or a lot of fear was being projected onto them. They were stuck in a mental conflict of some sort. There was a lot of chaos around them. But this person managed to overcome all of this and stand on their own stability. They became the King of Coins. Despite what was happening, they're very passionate about you, this King of Coins. They're afraid to come to you because they're still wearing some kind of mask. They're blocked emotionally, or they're not sharing, they're not communicating how they feel, and they're not really showing their face. But they do want to shed light to this group, or about this group. Maybe letting you know why this occurred to you, why they attached to you emotionally in a relationship that put you in a negative in some form. It took you out of balance. I'm getting that it forced you to look within. It forced you to see things from another perspective. But what it's indicating is that they're seeing things in a different way, and because they're seeing things in a different way, their passion is growing. They're very inspired now. There's an inspiration to give you this information, but they're blocked, or they're not showing their face, and they're not expressing their feelings. This King of Coins is not... It's almost like they want to share the message. They want to share the message, or they're going to send a messenger. In other words, they don't want to come direct. It's like the message is coming from, whether it's, I don't know, like on social media, or it's coming through the network. Somehow, you're going to get the information of this conflict, and what this King of Coins went through in his stage of getting stabilized from a Knight of Coins, or maturing from a Knight of Coins into a King of Coins. There was a lot of fear that was put in this competitive nature or competition, but it's like the cycle, that karmic cycle is over. they overcame and they stabilized, and they are reliable. They are someone dependable. They are someone that is that will take care of you, that will love you, that will. This person is very nurturing, very loving, and they don't show it necessarily with their emotions. They show it with their how they take care of you, how they provide for you. This is a masculine that's a provider. They want to make you comfortable. They want to make sure you're living in the lifestyle that you want. But there's like this fire in them that wants to come through, but they're hiding it. It's almost like they don't want you to know something that you were blinded to in this dynamic. So, to reiterate here, we're looking at what you may have gone through in the past with this betrayal. We're looking at where you stand now, secure and knowing that your abundance is here. That's it. It's like there's evidence of it. It's just a matter of, a feeling of waiting for the right time for it to drop, so to speak. There's this Queen of Cups that's distressed over this because she's aware of the lies, the trickery. Whether it's a feminine or a masculine, it's a Queen of Coins in reverse, okay? Karmic, this person is a karmic. They're attached to a karmic energy. They're stuck to a karmic energy. They were forced to release whatever control they thought they had. When it comes to money, when it comes to stability, this person did not have the abundance that they were claiming that they had, and now they're stressed out and overwhelmed with responsibility and work, okay? So that person is stressed over either your status as emperor, either your status as being self-made, I hear, but also that you stand on your own authority, or they are in fear that this energy, a masculine of this caliber, is coming towards you. So you're about to receive some kind of information in regards to a King of Coins and his struggles and what he had to go through. And this King of Coins is not sharing how passionate they are, and in the ways that they were part of this, or that they participated in this, or that they knew about this. Let's get more clarity, and let's close out the reading. Give me a conclusion to this reading, Spirit. Oh, yeah. It was definitely walking away from, like, it feels like a whole lifetime, a whole lifestyle. It's like ready to start a new dream, a new journey, a new beginning of joy, of happiness, contentment, abundance, celebration. This is changing the dream into something beautiful, something like I'm getting festivities. So you're coming, I feel like now that this is over, there's going to be like an era now, a new energy of joy, of celebration. So you're being called to have faith in this. Know that this is coming. Look at this, is how beautiful. Your Palace of Wands is here, baby. Your Palace of Wands is here. This is your creative endeavors have finally manifested into a beautiful project, into a beautiful dream, a beautiful creation. You've built, or Spirit has created for you, through you, by your intention, by your desire to fulfill a purpose, that which you have worked so hard on, is here. The results are in. This could be like you've been working so hard to establish your corporation, for example, and you finally get the building you've been wanting, the exact location that you were looking for, and it's like the company is now up and running. I don't know why I just saw like Tesla's it's giving me the image of like when Tesla brought his Elon Musk brought Tesla to Texas. Didn't he bring it to Texas? Isn't there like a headquarters in Texas? There is, right? So it's giving me something like that, like finding the right location, getting the ideal setup, like everything is in place for this to happen and to be the new thing. Whatever that is for you, whether you've been collaborating with others to establish a business, whether you've been collaborating with others on a creative project that's now taking, going into the future in this new direction of creative there's a word it's a creative overflow. There's a lot of love here. Okay, we have a King of Cups here. This King of Coins might surprise you by how much love they have for you, by how intense and sensitive they can be. They don't show it, but they're very compassionate. They're very much focused on you. They're focused on loving you. They're focused on, it's almost like they're trying to transmit their love towards you. Look at the intense gaze of this man's eyes. It's almost like it's hypnotic. Like he puts himself in a trance when he focuses on you. And his only intention is pure love. This man could be a healer. They could be a healer, and they see you as their divine counterpart. They see you as their equal. Okay, that you two are real. What you have is real. It's like your connection is manifest in real time. I see you, you see me, we are one. We're here to do this together. I feel like whatever they wanted to, this King of Pentacles is not willing to start something new on their own. They're prepared to do this new beginning with you. So it's like, even if they had the capacity to start a new endeavor, to start something different, to create on their own something else and put all their focus on that, it's almost as if they held off on something that they were going to or that they could have worked on in order to realign to the purpose they have with you. Something that shifted all of this, for one, was this Queen of Cups betrayal being exposed, this karmic energy. King of Pentacles could have been involved with this Queen of Cups at some point, which is why this Queen of Cups is so burdened by your stability, by your tranquility, by your what's the word? Assuredness. Yeah, you're self-assured. So be prepared to receive a message about what exactly it is that is manifesting for you. It's going to be great. Remain in faith. Know that this is going to be your phase of celebration. That old dream, that old life is over. A new beginning, a new chapter, a new story, a new life is about to commence for you, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. I hope this message resonates. If you'd like to leave your comments, I would greatly appreciate hearing if the story resonates for you. I will come back soon with another message. Take care.